Feast of Trumpets, but it's really also a new moon celebration. Hallelujah. Because every Feast of Trumpets is a new moon celebration. Hallelujah. And as I was speaking with somebody last night, that's why it's great that we are all the creators' signs. And we throughout the whole year, throughout the season and throughout the whole year. And many of you come out for every new moon. And that's the beauty of it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is also would be if we were that kind of people still. And a lot of this would have more significance to us. And a lot of us would lay at the heart better if we were that people living in that way. Because when you say the agricultural year, this was the year where everything that we had planted and toiled over, this was the time where we started looking forward to bring it in. And the reason why the Feast of Trumpets, the memorial of this moon was so great is because that whole year, if we were the people of Yah, observing all his laws, all his statutes, all his commandments, we were being blessed. Hallelujah. And so what we were bringing in great abundance, that the Almighty would take care of us, that there was always food in his house, always a way, as he says, for the fatherless, for the widow, for the stranger. We were never in lean times if we always observed all Yah's law, all his statutes, and all his commandments. So the significance of the Feast of Trumpets is that at this time we blew because the greatness of the provisions that the Almighty made for us at the end of the agricultural season. And that's why we blew up the trumpets and we celebrated this day and highly regarded it. And not only that, it's a time where we took time to bring ourselves closer to the Almighty law, which govern every aspect of our life, or should govern every aspect of our life. That's why, and I say it should govern. This came out of nowhere. This didn't come out of nowhere, excuse me. This is known about. If you're Israel, this is supposed to be a way of life. This is known about for years. You knew the time was rolling around. You may not been able to exactly pinpoint it until the sign, but you knew this time was rolling around. Right. And it's something that I've been harping on. Go to the book of Proverbs. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Sister Via.
I got a question. I wanted to know, we praise God. Happy New Moon. Happy Trumpet. We went, you said, we went over the reading for 148, 146, 148, 150?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
146, 148. Okay.
Actually, it was 149. 149? 148?
Yeah.
Okay,
148, 150, and 146.
Thank you.
We can do 149, man. 146, 149, 146, and 150. That's powerhouse right there.
Proverbs.
Hallelujah.
22.
Proverbs chapter 22.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
And this is correct. See, I'm starting to live now, as I spoke with a brother last night. And y'all know that this has been our teachings. Because this is the teaching of the Almighty Yah. That's the beauty about the Almighty book. And I'll tell people the difference between, another difference between the New Testament and the Old Testament. And the philosophies of Christianity, Catholicism, because that's what it is, versus the Almighty way. The Almighty way is about self-accountability.
Hallelujah.
That's what it's about. It's about everybody being accountable for themselves.
Hallelujah.
That's what it's about. Sure, you reach out to others. Sure, you try to help others. Sure, you save others. But the scriptures of Yah, the scriptures of truth, is about self-accountability.
Hallelujah.
New Testament is not about that. New Testament will tell you, the New Testament will give you how to put the accountability on someone else. How to set it off on somebody else, which will deflect whatever ails or troubles that you have and put it on something else, put it on somebody else. When everything in your life, I'm starting to grow in the Almighty. Remember we said He is our teacher. And I'm starting to grow in life that everything about your life starts with Him and starts with you. You don't need to go no further than outside of yourself to see what's wrong in your life. Nobody writes your narrative. Nobody dictates your path except for you. If people are in your path and they're in your way, then you pray the Almighty and let Him give you the ability to go over them, around them, or through them. If that's what you want.
Hallelujah.
Life is what you want out of it. And nobody else holds that much sway in the totality of it. Not your husband, not your wife, not your children. That's why it says, even in scriptures, it says, train a child in the way he should go.
That's right.
And when he older, he should not depart. He should come back to this.
Hallelujah.
If that's what he want to do. If he find the fruits of it. If he look at his life and say, my life ain't so great. I need to get back to what mother and father taught me. But that's his decision. That's not your decision. That's his life. And every man leads their own life. And that's the beauty of the Almighty in this book. And that's why one of the nuggets that I'm finding is in Proverbs 22,
Hallelujah.
29.
Hallelujah. Seest thou a man diligent in his business?
And what business? What business? All business.
All business.
All business. Remember I said, see, is what you want. See, many of us are Almighty Yah, and people are looking to us and they say, as I said, they saying, is that what it is to follow Yah? Because we following Him. And in many respects, we doing a good job following Him. In major respects, but are we? And this is me talking. Are we diligent? Are we diligent? Oftentimes, we're not diligent. Because diligent means to really be on top of your game. It means to have your A game.
Yes, sir.
It means to be ahead of the curve and not behind the curve. It means to be proactive and not reactive. Diligence means to be looking into every nook and every cranny. This is These are the things that make up diligence. Are you diligent? And that's why he says again, see a man that's what?
That's diligent in his business.
That's diligent in his business. That's diligent when them notes come, them bills come. And I gotta teach this because all this in helping us. That's what the Feast of Trumpets is about. It's the day where we came and we met and we gonna read, but that we can get better.
Hallelujah.
People that that didn't want to come or that's missing this, I'm not mad, and I'm not gonna judge them.
That's right.
Because all I'm gonna do here today is try and teach according to the word of Yah that I can be better and that those that are here can be better.
Hallelujah.
And if you don't want to hear it, then I just gotta be self-accountable.
That's right.
You'll be self-accountable. Because it said be diligent. Look well, that's also saying look well until you're going. That's what be diligent. Look well and be diligent. Don't be slacking. Because when you slacking, you miss things. You lacking. That's right. You miss things.
You lack.
Miss things. There's oversight. You see men that own, and that's what this is the wisdom of Solomon. You see men that own things, they diligent. Where my book's at? Here it is. The littlest detail is marked down. The littlest detail, the finest of details. This is their mind. They diligent. They diligent. How many sheep passed under the rod today? Oh, we did about 10. We did about 10. Yeah, we did about 10. Did we do 10 or did we do about 10? We did 10. Okay, that's what I want to know.
Hallelujah.
Now we look at people like that today and say, oh, they too stern, they too. No, they're diligent in their affairs so that they can be successful. It's a mind successful. And for a long time, Israel ain't been successful.
Right.
But we serve, and I'm saying it because we servants of Yah. And when people see us, like I said, things happen in our life.
That's right.
We know that from the book of Job. But to be rolling around here looking like we serving the king or saying we serving the king and having an unsuccessful look about us.
Go ahead, Moray.
That ain't saying much to us. And it ain't saying much to other people. Yeah, y'all might get me a message today.
Don't let it out. Don't let it out.
And I had to go through the fire to get it.
That's right. Praise God.
See, I don't mind being the first one to take the stroke if it helps somebody else. Because you got to be diligent. You have to be diligent. There is an attitude that comes with everything. There is a spirit, shall I say, that comes with everything.
Yes, sir.
And there's a spirit of success. There's a spirit of being blessed.
Hallelujah.
And you have to walk in that.
That's right.
You have to walk in it. And this is part of the equation. See a man that's what?
Diligent in his business.
Diligent. What do we owe? What do I owe? What they charging? What is this going for? What's this rate? What's that rate? See, that's what they used to call he Jewing you. That's why that came out, he Jewing you. Because the term came because a person, when they deal their business, they were so aggressive. But in their aggressive, hey, they on top of their A game.
That's right.
You ain't gonna get over on me. Huh? I'm gonna give what it's worth. Because I'm gonna pay for it. I'm on my A game. But it's about being successful. Because the Almighty didn't bring no Israelite that's serving him in this world not to be successful.
Hallelujah.
He didn't do that. Like he said, if the fault is there, it's not of him, it's of his children. If we got people thinking to be impoverished is what it means to be an Israelite, then we need to look at ourselves. Because Christ said, I'm going to make you ride upon the high places of the earth. And all our fathers did that. Nobody looked at him and thought, oh, that's what it is to be servant of Yah. Nobody looked at Jacob and thought, oh, that's what it is to be a servant of Yah. Nobody looked at Isaac, oh, that's what it is to be when he went and got Rebecca's wife, she didn't say, oh, that's what it is. He ain't got nothing. No. When the servant went, he said, man, now what you want? We got all this covered. And on top of it, more importantly, my master's son is a good man. He a man. He can not only satisfy you with all this, he can satisfy, when you get back to him, he gonna satisfy you and stimulate you spiritually, mentally, and physically. What is inadequate in your life, he gonna take care of it.
All right now.
He a successful man.
Hallelujah.
He a man of Yah.
Go ahead.
See, a man is what? Again.
Diligent.
What will be his outcome?
He shall stand before kings.
He can stand in the presence of kings. Not saying he a king, but he can stand in the presence of kings.
Hallelujah.
He can stand in the presence of kings. See, being diligent. Being diligent. Not being sugar. Being diligent and going out and go to your prospective employment every day. Being diligent in what you do to be the best at it. Even when times come where you're riding, you say, well, man, I can't give you real prior notice. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You need that off? We ain't gonna haggle about that. Because what? You can stand in front of because what? Because you diligent. And they know that your diligence, they seen your diligence before. They say, we ain't gonna work because you diligent.
All right.
And the Almighty gonna put you in favor. I just need it. You got it. No haggle, you better be here. No. You got it. You can stand. If you be diligent. Even in captivity. Captivity don't dominate us or destine us. We can walk even in captivity with Yah. I didn't take no vacation day. A simple phone call. I won't make it in today. Why you won't make it in? No, see, we're too short. You got to get here. Because, most of the time. And when I'm there, I'm there.
All right.
I used to be that kind of employee when I was there. I wasn't there.
That's right.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
Huh?
That's right.
I clocked in, but I'm ghost.
Hey, you better know it.
Where is he? I don't know. He about 15 minutes ago, he was gone. Said going to the bathroom. When you seen him since? I had that, but things gotta change.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Huh? See, my gotta change. It's the way you look at things.
Yes, sir.
I'm here. We in captivity, but I'm here and I know why I'm here. We gonna do this. We gonna do this Yah's way, but we gonna do this.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
We gonna even make captivity work for us.
That's right. That's right.
Huh? Make captivity? Yeah. Yeah, we are. We gonna turn this thing around. See, because I don't want nobody. I'm tired of having people or having a mindset where somebody holds sway over me other than the Almighty. Don't nobody hold sway over me other than Yahweh and myself.
Hallelujah. Praise God.
So now, let me do what I got to do in righteousness. In righteousness. again, gotta read this again. I love this.
Seest thou a man diligent in his business?
You've been diligent in the law. This day can't creep up on you.
Yo, dang, hallelujah.
How you forget it?
That's right.
If you've been diligent in serving y'all, how you forget it? I forgot what time of year it is. Some people been saying, I've been here now. I didn't know it today, but I've been here. Forgot what time of year. How you forget it?
Not serving y'all.
If you've been diligent. How you get the Sabbath if you've been diligent?
Not serving y'all.
How you not prepared for it? If you've been diligent. I ain't got nothing to wear. How? Now we know things, like I said, we know things happen.
Yes, sir.
Those things you can't control.
That's right.
But those things don't happen like be normal. That's why they call happenstance. Because they out of the normal. Most of the things that we got going on, we can control that narrative. We just are not diligent. We're not diligent.
That's right.
That's why we don't know we blessed.
That's right.
We have stuff in our houses. We have stuff around. We have a lot of stuff that we need and that we want. But because we have so much stuff and then we so lackluster with it,
right,
not diligent in inventorying and nothing like that. Man, I sure need. I sure want. And then you go out and get it, and you come back and you find you have it sitting over there. You just had to pull the stuff out of the way to see it. Oh, I had that already. Because one aspect of life, as I try to get this lesson myself, I try to pass it on to my children. What you do in one aspect of life, that's why, like I said, it starts with Yah, and then it permeates over into you. And what you do in one aspect of your life carries over into everything else that you do.
That's right.
That's why I said this is not religion. This is going and finding the way of Yah. Because what you start doing in one aspect, and that's serving Yah, should carry over into every aspect of your life. If we be diligent. Proverbs just come out and say, be diligent. But let me back Proverbs up with the word of Yahweh himself.
Hallelujah.
Go to the book of Joshua. First chapter of Joshua.
Hallelujah.
First verse. This is the message, same message that Proverbs just gave.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 1. Now, after the death of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which you give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that I have given unto you, as I said unto Moses.
Remember, we said he didn't make no Israelite to be a bad example. He made them to be the fruit of the earth. And so he told them, when you take this people everywhere they foot touch, people should know that an Israelite was there.
Hallelujah.
And not in a negative way,
Hallelujah.
but because they are blessed of me.
Hallelujah.
From where?
From the wilderness.
From the wilderness. And the wilderness is something that's inhabited, not inhabited, barren. But he said, they gonna know you've been through, they gonna know you've been through this wilderness. Who went through this wilderness?
Israel.
Children of Israel. From the wilderness.
And this Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Even unto the great river, the river Euphrates. All the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
Because Moses had his life, and Moses was a good mentor to you. And you saw how I was with Moses. And you saw what the thing Moses did. And I never failed Moses. And as I never failed Moses, as I never forsook Moses, Joshua, I will never forsake you. And I will always be with you. If you do like Moses did. And be what?
Be strong.
Be strong.
And of good courage.
Mm-hmm.
For unto this people shall thy divide for an inheritance.
One time he said it. Go ahead.
The land which I swore unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous.
2 times.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee.
In other words, be what?
Diligent.
Diligent. Be diligent in this. Be diligent. Be strong. Be courageous. Be diligent. You put all that together, you got a winning formula.
Oh, yeah.
Be strong. You know it need to be done. Gather some strength. Get it done. Don't be weak-minded. Don't give up. Don't give in. Be strong. Be courageous. Find some courage. Because getting it done don't mean it's just going to fall in place. You got to get it done through the face of adversity. Sometimes success is born out of adversity. But still be diligent. He said what?
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
That you may what? That we might what?
Prosper wherever we go.
Huh? Just some places.
Nah, every place.
Just a few places.
No, sir. You said whithersoever.
Oh, okay. I guess that's, see, because a lot of people say you can't do it in captivity. Well, I guess that's why Daniel was able to do it in captivity.
Hallelujah.
Because he meditated in the law both day and night.
Hallelujah.
He was diligent in the law.
Praise Yahweh.
Both day and night. I guess that's why Joseph was prosperous. I guess that's why Mordecai was prosperous. And Esther, we have a counsel that it worked. For this book of the law, this book of the law is where you start. It should not depart
out of thy mouth,
because it won't. if, Brother Aaron, you be diligent and put your head in it both day and night. The more you read it, the more you will absorb it, and the more it will become a part of you.
Oh, God.
And he said that book, the movie, the book of Eden, you will be the book. You'll be a walking scripture. And you'll have good. Oh, is that in there? Let me think. Wait a minute. Can I do that or not? Because I'm not familiar with the law on that. Well, that's because you ain't been diligent. Is that in there? Because Israelites say that.
Yeah.
Is that in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not the only one then.
That's right.
That's in there? Yeah. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Because we're not diligent. Huh?
Right.
Very successful guy that I know and that I'm people that I'm with. He said, man, he said, I don't have a TV. He said, I have one. He said, I don't have a TV that I watch. He said, I abandoned that about 5 years ago. I'm sitting there like, what? He said, oh yeah. He said, cause everything we read books, we listen to tapes. Even when I'm driving, I listen to tapes on what he does. He consumed, in other words, he consumed with it. Now, I might sit there and judge him and say, well, he ain't watching no games and don't see no basketball, no foot and things that I entertainment stuff, and I might just be like, man. But when he ain't struggling, because he ain't preoccupied with things that don't really mean a whole lot, and I am, who laughing at who?
Right.
When his being successful and I'm treading water, who laughing at who?
That's right.
Who laughing? That's why the Creator says again in this book, don't depart from it. These my ways. Don't depart and go to the right or to the left. Stay with them. Acquaint yourself with them. Get with them. Infuse yourself with them. Day and night. It don't have to be the whole chapter. Just read something. Get something in your head.
Right.
And I guarantee you, you read something, it's going to spark a spark in you to come back and read something else. But get something. It might be what you need for that moment that you need it in. He said, and you will be what? Prosperous whithersoever you go. This book of the law should not depart out of your mouth. But you should what?
Meditate therein.
How long?
Day and night.
And night.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Now you meditate in it. Shalom. You meditate in it both day and night, that you may observe them to put them in practice.
Hallelujah.
Because that's another part of diligence. Put what you know into practice. To do according to all that is what? Written therein.
That is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
You see how he keeps talking to us? Huh? This is what the wisdom of Proverbs. Proverbs was founded on this. That proverb was founded on this wisdom from Yah.
And then thou shalt have good success.
Good success.
Have not I commanded thee? Be
For
strong
the third time, he said, be strong.
and of good courage.
Yes.
Be not afraid,
Mm-hmm.
neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy Elohim is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
He's with us where? Again?
Wheresoever we go.
Wheresoever we go. He with us.
Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people.
That's good.
Hallelujah.
That's good. I just want to show the point about diligence and relating that to that proverb. Because as it says, see a man who's diligent in his business. And he what? He shall stand
before king.
Before king. Be diligent.
Hallelujah.
In all business. And watch and see how you be promoted. Watch and see what y'all start doing. I'm going to give it a try. Be diligent. And it starts, as it says, day and night.
Day and night.
If you open this day and night, see, it's what you do. And this, open this day and night, making that a part of it. Then when you do something else, you'll find it, you'll do that. You'll find yourself doing that. And then you do something else, you'll find yourself doing that. And you'll see this spirit of diligence is now a part of your life and everything that you do. And as the Almighty said, you'll be prosperous and you'll have good success. Going back to our Psalms that we opened up with, we read Psalm
148,
148,
Psalms 150,
150,
and Psalms 146.
and Psalm 140 and 146. Any comments from any one of those? And that message wasn't to bring us down. That message was to glorify Yah.
Hallelujah.
That message was a message of liberation. It was for me.
Hallelujah.
I don't know about for nobody else. It was praise Yah.
Hallelujah.
Huh? And I'm ready for some success.
Hallelujah. Me too.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
I don't care I'm in captivity. I am y'all, sir. I ain't sent here to live.
That's right.
Like I don't know nothing.
That's right.
Begging hand and foot. Even in captivity, I'm meant to shine. You an Israelite? Yeah. Okay. What did it say? Nations supposed to see you. Where they supposed to see you at? Whithersoever you are. Yes, and then when they see you, they supposed to say, come, let us follow him.
That's right.
So we see the light of Yah upon him.
Hallelujah.
He got good success. He touching things and wherever he going. Man, huh? Like that little King Midas thing. Wherever he going, it's blowing up. Huh? But there's a formula. People throw around that word, they've been throwing around that word formula. Yeah, there's a formula of success. And you can't have half the formula and obtain success. You got to put all the pieces together. Yes, ma'am.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy Trumpets.
Hallelujah.
I have a comment from Psalm 146. I want to start with verse 5. Happy are those who have Elohim of Yaakov as their helper, whose hope is in Yahweh their Elohim. And I would like to, on top of that, I'm going to do verse 22. Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh, I tell myself. I will praise Yahweh as long as I live. I will sing praises to my Elohim, even with my dying breath. And to me, that's a reason to sing praise to him, because we do have him as our helper. And we know that if we do have him as our helper, as it says in Joshua, then, we will be able to stand, before anyone. No one can come against you, and as we read in Proverbs, you will be able to stand before kings. You have been, you praising me, as long as, with every breath that you have, before you do depart this life, and you will be happy, you will be prosperous wherever you go, and you will have much success in whatever you do, if you do be diligent. So, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And it's not something where you got to go.
Right.
It's handling diligence. Part of it is just handling small matters, letting nothing get be beyond you, and that's looking into the small matters so things don't get so great because you've been chipping away at them. See, a lot of times we operate in the spirit where things get so, then we overwhelm. We overwhelm. Where if you chip away at them and handle them, they don't even get a chance to get blown out of proportion. So they are nothing because you've been looking well, you've been diligent, you've been about your business, you've been handling yourself. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I just got one more. Verse 8. That's the first half of that. Yahweh opens the eyes of the blind. And I would just like to say, I remember a while back, Sister B had told me, she said, pneumonia is allowed or not. And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. And so I have went home this particular night, and I asked myself, why is the pneumonia so important? And so then I had just started studying scripture, different various scriptures about the new moon and whatnot. And then I had got myself acquainted with the moon, with actually going out trying to see it and finding out, various different things because I really truly wanted to know. And I praise God that He did open up my eyes because I was blind, but He opened up my eyes because I was diligent and wanted to know. And not only want to know, but I want to understand why we do the things that we do, why it's so significant to the Most High. And that just, like Sabbath that I had mentioned, I had did this little study on being humble and humility, because I really want to know how to do that and how to be able to do it, and being diligent in it. And it is very true. I'm a walking testimony to that. I truly believe that Yahweh does open up the eyes of the mind if that's something that you truly want, if it's something that you are willing to sacrifice something for and work at it and go at it. So I definitely do praise Yah for that. And that says at the end of that, it says Yahweh, at the end of verse 8 says Yahweh loves the righteous. When He loves those that are seeking after Him in His word diligently, and who are in the Psalms that we read today, it was talking about not trusting in man, and that is very, very deep. And so many of us don't realize how much we trust in man until a certain situation arises.
There you go.
And we, and so many of us are thrown off because we have looked and then put our trust in man, and something I said yesterday was we cannot do that. We have, if Yahweh is giving us eyes to see, and if we see His sign, and we know, scratch what man is saying, because truly when he gives you that understanding, and we open up your eyes, you truly you would know, and I think that that's very important, and I love that. I love when we read that, You know, that was very deep. Don't put your trust in men. He tell you that in various parts of scripture. And he lets us know what a sign is and how we can look for it and how we can get it and you know things of that nature. And so I definitely want to encourage y'all to open up my eyes, not to man but to him. And you know, and it's a good thing that he gives us each other for help. You know, if one of us struggles with something, we should be able to call somebody up without any, I'm gonna say prideness or arrogance or whatever. We should be able to call one another up and say, hey, you know, this for me personally. I should, you know, I was very happy yesterday. Sent the text out like, hey, anybody see it? What's up? You know, and got word back and got pictures and everything. And that was the blessing because I didn't see it. You know, but y'all we got just because I didn't see it don't mean it wasn't seen. Don't mean it wasn't out there. You know, and I was very thankful and praise y'all yesterday, okay, because we got servants out who diligently look, who always see it, you know, and spread the word, just like when we were in our land. Everyone didn't see because we were scattered. You know, when one person saw it, he blew that trumpet. You know, that the other gets no aid is here. Everyone didn't necessarily see it. You know, the trust that we had on Yah and knowing and confirming his service, we went on that. And I just praise God that we were able to do that.
Hallelujah. And we went over that Proverbs this past Sabbath. And then, yes, Sister VIC, well, we went over that Proverbs this past Sabbath. Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30 and 24.
Hallelujah. Proverbs 30, verse 24. There be four things which are little upon the earth, but they are exceedingly wise.
They little. They little. You most of the time you go on your way and you don't think nothing about them. They very little, but they're exceedingly wise. A lot of times you go by them, some of them, and they're annoying to you. But they doing what they do, and they wise in what they do. And what are they?
The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. The conies are but a feeble folk, yet make they their houses in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet go they forth, all of them by bands. The spider taketh hold with their hands, and is in king palaces.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And you know one thing about them all? They diligent.
Hallelujah.
They diligent. That spider they get through spinning that web, it don't stop until that web complete. It don't take, well, we spent half of it. Ooh, that wore me out. I get to the other half tomorrow. Then tomorrow come, well, I'll finish that tomorrow. Back at half web, everything just come back to the web. Ain't nothing in here. You're not. Looking at them just flying around the other side. Nah, she's diligent. She get the work, it get the working, and if you study it, you'll see it. It get the working, and you leave and you come back. Wow. Huh? Everything laid out. Then she just lay back. Now let me lay back and get my catch. And she got them. I got enough now. Damn, they diligent. Huh? You drop a piece of bread on the floor, you see them all come out, and then you come back next day, you be like, man, pick that piece of bread up. What piece of bread? Then you be nah. Man, they done came out and broke that thing down and gone. Huh? These little big things. I almost need a magnifying glass to see them.
Yes, sir.
But when they get on something, they own it. Till mission accomplished. They diligent. The locusts. When it said moving their band, when they come out, yeah. If you in the field and you see one or two, then you better get diligent and doing what you got to do to harvest. Because guess what? When you see one, two, that means their buddy's on the way. And when their buddy's on the way, game over. Because they're going to come and clean house. They diligent. The coney, when he make this nest, diligent. They diligent.
Hallelujah.
See, even if I don't get it all the way, I praise Yah for enlightening, opening my, because I'm blind. See, we blind to many things.
Yes, sir.
So I can pass it on to them. So they won't be where I was. They have wisdom to be successful at an earlier stage in their life. If they listen and take heed to it, they have wisdom to be more successful than I was and be in a better position than I was at an earlier stage of life. And if that happens for them, I've been successful.
Hallelujah.
And when I tell him in endeavors he doing, and he doing endeavors now, I tell him. Now whether he do it or not, that's on him. But I tell him, man, you got to be diligent. You got to put that work in. When they not, you should. But I'm telling you, if you do, you're gonna be successful.
Hallelujah.
Sister Bill? Hallelujah.
I wanted to comment on Psalm 148. You know, the whole thing basically, because we always talk about as Israelites, you know, Yahweh and Yahweh's creations and Yahweh's wonders and and this, that, and the third, but when we see these things, we don't equate them to anything. We don't put them, we don't equate them to anything. We don't really equate them to our lives, but we always talk about them. And, we want to sound like we in the know, about different things. But, I pray God for the lesson, on being diligent, because that's how you praise God, and by being diligent. And I praise God for, the things that you're saying. And then, I try to see where I fit in. What am I doing? Am I, in this part of Yahweh's, the equation, when we sum things up, we know, the problem, we know how to write down, one and one, but sometimes can we solve this? Can we solve things? Can we put things, these things to our lives? And we talk about hunters and fishermen and watchmen that Yahweh has. But when they go out and they watch and they survey and they come back and then God again, again it says, who will believe our report? We don't even believe each other's report. So how we gonna believe the report? We don't believe the watchman, and that's what we call ourselves. So if I call you a watchman, I ain't watching. Evidently, I ain't watching. So I relied on you. But then when you come back, with what you found, oh man, here it is. This is what I found. And I'm looking at it like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know about that. Wait a minute, where you find that at? You brought it from where? What? You went out and you looked, and then we see these things and we still don't believe each wasn't even in, not in my body, but I wasn't even in. I don't know what state I was in. You know, I don't even know where I was, you know, where my mind was, where I was. I knew where I am with myself and with the scriptures. But then you listen to people and that brings you to your meditation. That send you right back. Oh, why am I checking?
Right.
You know, why am I checking? Because of you. You know, they to cheer you, then that makes me feel like, oh man, I ain't trusting in y'all. I'm not diligent, but I know that I am, you know, and I know I'm still gonna prepare and everything. But it's just crazy now, you know. And now we just it's over.
Yeah.
You know, we just the split is real.
Yes. Yes.
The last split is split.
Yeah.
You know, the wood is broke.
Yes.
There ain't no splinters to get no more. Ain't no more.
The wood is broke.
Ain't no more splinters. You know, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, it's chopped. You know, and we divided. We are really divided now. You know, and then the leaders got people so distant today that now they have atonement.
Yes.
We done. Well, as a people.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that's not following y'all sign.
Yes.
You know, we done.
Yeah.
And then over there, you know, we just done.
We in a bad way.
Yes, sir.
You know, we happy, but we sad.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, you know, I feel unbalanced.
Yeah.
You know, and not with me, but with my people.
Right.
And it hurt.
Right.
And it really, really hurt.
Yeah. We in a bad shape.
How we just
We
losing each other. We losing friends.
Yes, sir.
We losing friends. We losing family members.
Brothers and sisters. And we try to hold on to them. But it ain't us. You know, they the grease.
You
know, we trying to hold on, but they slipping like an action. You know, we can't hold on to them.
can't hold on.
Hold on.
You know, we try. I'm trying. You know, I ain't bad at I'm trying, but I can't let go. You know, because if we think that we are the people and we want to see each other, we don't think like we ain't looking well to our going. You know, we ain't looking about, and we sure ain't looking about the land. This is our land, as far as everybody's concerned. Because you claim we can't do nothing, this ain't our land, so we can't keep the Sabbath. So this your land, because you ain't keeping the Sabbath. So how you gonna say this ain't our land because we can't keep the Sabbath? Evidently, you claim this to be your land because you're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So, you know, it's sad, and I'm just gonna keep like everybody said, we keep our eye on Yah.
Yes.
You know, we just keep on pushing, and we just keep on doing what we know to be right. And like you said, you just gotta be diligent. You know, you gotta plant your foot and leave it there. You know, you can't let nobody move you. You know, and we read these scriptures to say, we will not be moved. I cannot be moved. But you can. You be moved over the littlest thing. You move. We move.
You be moved.
You know, we so far apart, you know, but we close. But we not close. But you know, I just praise God, you know, for these words. I praise God for his sign. You know, because if you clearly can't look, if somebody send you a picture, 2, 3, 4 pictures, and like somebody said, here's the moon, like they said, 2 or more witnesses. Here's the person seeing it, that's 1. Here's your phone, that's 2. We talk about these are the phone is a witness too. You know, and then we talk, and I'm gonna get back to our Psalm 48. And here we talk about, you know, what the sun and the moon is for. That's our witness, you know, in the sky. You know what I mean? To let us know it's dark, it's light, it's day, it's night. You know, and it's just, I just praise y'all. That, you know, that I'm diligent in coming to class, keeping his feast days, doing his ordinances, the statutes and the commandments of God, I just praise y'all for diligence. So hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, ma'am.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Happy New Moon.
Happy New Moon. Shalom, shalom.
Everybody make it safe. Good to see my sisters and brothers again. I had a comment on Psalm 146, verse 8. We're going to go back to it. I was doing some studying this morning. I usually always study like I'm supposed to, let's say day and night. I won't say always, but 99% of the time. And I was studying this morning, and my sister, she had been on my mind. She's going through the journey that I had just got out of, and so I see it, and I know based on what I did, what got me through, and so I'm doing little baby steps to help her through. Um, and then I had came across Deuteronomy 4, verse 29, but if from thence thou seek Yahweh thy Elohim, thou shalt find him if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. And I had ended up reading the whole Deuteronomy 4 because I mean, once you get started, you can't stop, you know. So I'm reading, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember when I read it a while back or whatever, and so I had shared it with her, and because she had been saying how she on her journey of healing through things and how she really been speaking. And so I had broken down for her, and I just told her, you know, when you seek with everything in you. Don't stop seeking. You know, seek with your last patience, like that, like the relationship you just got out of. You held on to that, dealing with all that badness for many, many years. I said, if you can hang on to that, keep seeking, seek like you seeking to hold on to that relationship or whatever. And I just broke it down for her, and I told her to seek with all your heart, but I mean with the very last being of your breath, with everything. And so it just feels good to be able to work with her, and it brought tears to my eyes because I remember where I've been, and I was in a very dark place for a very, very, very long time in my life. And it was just crazy because nobody could bring me through. No elders, no matter what they had to say, it just wasn't fulfilling to me. No friends, that you didn't walk my life, so you didn't understand where I was coming from. And so God himself, I'm gonna just say God himself, one of the angels, one of them spoke to me, and it woke me up. And from that point forward, I gotta make one more comment onto that. My husband also, when we had our first date, he had been chasing me for 2 years. He just knew, and I'm no, get away from me. I don't want to deal with no man, you know. But on our first date, he had said, I know you've been looking for peace. He said, I can't give it to you, but I know where you can find it. And to this day, that's one of the things that I still treasure is how he introduced me to God and how he just the way that he went about doing it. And I praise God for that moment all the time because for me that was a wonderful moment. It was a treasured moment in my life. So hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise God. Man, well, that's a school operation.
That boy went to that Boaz school of relationship. Yeah.
Boaz school of relationship.
Boaz school of relationship, boy. Like, hey, brother. Put that down there. Hey, you got that, young man? That's what you I can't give you. Then he quiet. I can imagine that. I can't give you, but I know where you can find it. Hey, oh, now no more chasing. No more chasing. You're right in the trap. Bad boy, right there. See, they say watch out for them quiet ones, Jack. Oh, that's beautiful. No, but as he said, when we read about Boaz, remember that's the first thing he did.
Yes, sir.
When he came back and he took note of Ruth, He didn't make it about himself. He came to her, after he showed, but he the last thing he left on, he said, may y'all bless you, that you find whatever you need. And he walked away and she said, hey, he went on told Naomi and said, this man, oh, that child, look. Huh? Yeah. And I said, he went to that Boaz school, boy. Hey, meditating this long day and night. You should be good success. Hallelujah. Any other comment? Psalm 148, 150. He said, get the spirit of success.
Hallelujah.
And that's why Psalm 1, that's why I use that today. Let's go back to that. I go there. It said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the wicked, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scornful. And although they somewhat the same, they somewhat different. That's why he gives you three different classes. Wicked, some people that's sinners, and people that's scornful. You got to identify all these traits within them. He said, but his delight is in the law of Yah. And as he told Joshua, in his law, does he meditate both day and night? And then it goes on to explain to you that he's successful. He should be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bring forth his fruit in his season. See, you even know what success look like and when success is meant to be used as well. What? Yeah, when and how success is to be used. It got a season. It has a season. Huh? Yeah, it got a season. People be like, oh, he's so philanthropic. He just give out. He ain't giving out just because he want to lose his money. He giving out because it's a certain season. Right. When I give, guess what I get? I get to do this with it and do that with it, write it out, and it come back to me. Like we said, it's advantageous. I don't think people be, they got foundation. They ain't setting them up just because they jolly and they just have. Is it advantageous? Right. Is it the season for it? If it ain't the season for it, ain't doing it. Not gonna use it. It's a season. I think this diligence is gonna carry over into the Sabbath day. Oh God. But his leaf shall not wither. Whatsoever he does shall what? Prosper. That is because of diligence. Before he even step out and do it, he done looked what? Well into it. See? And was just saying, you blowing smoke? No. Before I do it, I should look into the matter. Hallelujah. What will it bring? Diligence. Huh? And like I said, across the board, before I look to get into a relationship, be diligent. And I don't even mean that I ain't even got to go through no tricks and none of that. I'm just going to be straight up and do what I do. And I'm going to be diligent about what I do and let you see what I do. There ain't no tricks. I ain't testing you or nothing like that. You're going to see it. You're going to see my... Now, if you won't, come on. If you don't, that's going to be shown too. Right. But do you do diligence? So that when you do it, it can prosper. Men do business, they do their due diligence. Smart ones. That's what the Creator is saying. Then he said, but the wicked are not so. But they're like the shaft, which the wind can just blow them away. They just blow them away. Therefore, the wicked can't stand in judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For y'all know the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked always has, always will, it will perish. It will perish. So all these testimonies are going together. They're making a perfect outfit. Huh? They're making a perfect outfit. That's what today is also occasion for. By testimony. This new moon, as I said, every Feast of Trumpets, how can you say that, brother Aaron? Every Feast of Trumpets is on the heels of the crescent being spotted. And every Feast of Trumpets is celebrated on the first day of the 7th month. Like every new moon celebration is the first day of that month.
Hallelujah.
And being diligent doing it month 1, moon 2, month 3, moon 4, however you want me to say it, up until moon 7. This is not out of the norm. Because we look to do it next month. We're going to look for the 8th moon.
That's right.
So on the first day of the 8th month, we can come here and gather and give thanks and praise to Yah. And we're going to do it for 9.
Hallelujah.
We're going to do it for 10.
Hallelujah.
We're going to do it for 11.
Hallelujah.
We're going to do it for 12.
That's right.
Till we get back to New Year's. Then we're going to do it all over again.
Hallelujah.
And if there happen to be a 13th in there, we're going to get that one too. And of course, the new year won't come till we go back to the month or moon number 1, which the Almighty told us what that is. Today is not the beginning of a new year. It's not Rosh Hashanah.
Right.
Say that again.
It's not Rosh Hashanah.
Hallelujah.
It's not the new year.
No, sir.
End of the year.
Because that is given to us by the sign of the new moon and Aviv.
Hallelujah.
That's where you see Rosh or head, and then Shoshana, year. By that, well, there is no Aviv. Tender bud. That's all old barley. If they're barley, it's old barley.
Real old.
This is the Feast of Trumpets, the celebrating commences, as I said, the end of the Almighty's festive season. His festive season. Now, as we end in his festive season, the heathens are beginning their festive season. And while all over Kroger's, you got skeletons and
Yes.
pumpkins and
Yes.
and spider webs and everything, because they get ready to start celebrating all the things that they used to celebrate in their ways. Huh? But the Almighty is over. And it's been glorious. And it is glorious. And by testimony, well, let's go to first, let's see what I mean by his seasons. Let's go to Leviticus 23. much like all the other new moons, it's adjudicated in the same way because it's a feast day and it's a festive day and it's a Sabbath day, but it don't have all the restrictions that some of the other holy days have. Because the Almighty, as He said, you come, you acknowledge it, but just like on all the new moon, it's festive. And as He said, and we'll read about it, He said, so you can even go your way and make great mirth and be merry and celebrate and really cut loose. Whereas some of the other ones, we don't do that at that time. But what day is this? This is in Leviticus 23.
Yes, sir.
Give me verse 1 and 2 first.
Hallelujah. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
Now, speaking to all the children of Israel, right?
Yes, sir.
Say these are the feasts of Yah, which you proclaim to be holy
Convocation.
Which is a fancy word of saying what?
Holy meeting.
Meeting.
Gathering together.
Gathering.
Coming out of houses.
Even these are my feasts. Not remember nobody, but that meant He wanted us to be together, to come together. I'm just saying what book is saying. Is that what I'm supposed to be up here doing? Huh? And He said, these are whose? These are His. Everything you're going to read about, this is His. This ain't because daddy drug you out the house, or mama drug you out the house, or husband drug you out the house, or wife drug you out the house, or friend drug you out the house. These are His. Again, if these are His, and you are His, then why won't you regard them? Not no pressure from nobody else. Why won't you regard them? If for nobody's sake, for your own sake. And the first thing He mentions is the Sabbath. But then give me verse 4.
Hallelujah. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
Now these are ones which you set at the time they to be set. They have a specific time. Sabbath day, it comes every 7 days. But these are in season, within the season. And the one we want to deal with today is in the 23rd chapter and start at the 23rd verse.
Hallelujah. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh.
Know what?
Servile work.
He wants us, as I was saying earlier, no servile work at this time to commemorate this time. To commemorate this time and what the Almighty has done, no servile work in the 7th moon. Don't worry about serving somebody else or serving anybody else. Just come together and be festive. This is what the Almighty wanted. Go ahead. Did you read that all?
No, I read all of that that one chapter.
By blowing of trumpets?
Yeah.
A holy convocation.
Work. There is, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh.
Yes. And so
Verse 26.
that's what that was occasion for. And that's what we did. And it's in harmony with Numbers, the 10th chapter. That's what I said, diligently.
Hallelujah. Numbers chapter 10.
Verse 10.
Verse 10. Hallelujah. Also, in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your month.
When?
In the beginning of your month.
When?
In the beginning of your months.
And who denotes that?
The moon.
Who denotes that?
Yahweh.
And what is he given to denote that?
The
lights.
Moon. The lights of Yah. It's great light.
Huh? See, divide is real. And it's going to get realer. Because there's more people that say, and it was told me, we're doing two different things. Well, both of them can't be right.
That's right.
See, I don't mind standing up here saying these things. You're doing two different things. Both of them can't be right.
They say the moon ain't for no season.
There's a right way. There's a wrong way. And that's in everything.
That's right. Hallelujah.
If as a coach, I tell you, look, I want you to do this, and I want you to do it this way. Well, if somebody else come back and say, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Do it this way. And when I come back and I see you doing it a different way, I'm going to question you on it. Why you do it like that when I told you do it like this? Because both them ways can't be the right way. Can't be the way I want you to do it.
Right.
That's why I don't wrestle with people no more. I said I really wasn't going to tackle this because, look, it's out there now.
Hallelujah.
And now you got to make up your mind what you going to do.
That's right.
And I'm fine with that. That's how I live in life, period. We're going to put it out there. You got to make up your mind what you going to do. Because that's where it is. People going to do what they want to do anyway. Especially the children of Israel. See, none of this, the more I start studying y'all, man, none of this stuff that's happening is phasing me. Because in the book of Judges, that's what they always talk about. Every man doing whatsoever was right in his eyes.
That's right.
Because they didn't see no one judge. No one king that they could see. That they could get behind when everything was, and say, oh, look, he lead us. But when everything go wrong, they can also say, look, everything on him. Because that's why they want a king.
Yeah.
That's why.
Outside of Yah. Because they know they can't never blame Yah for nothing that go wrong. So they want a man king where they can say, well, put everything on him.
Yeah.
All the fault is his.
Yeah. Right.
They love playing games. Yeah. We love to blame games.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, they haven't because of him.
Yeah.
See, if he, well, what about you? Huh? What about you? Like I said, well, I tell my son, don't come home and tell, because it didn't work for me. Don't come home and tell me, well, I did it only because they. No. You knew what to do. But it's one way or the other. Everybody ain't right. And you got to operate in the, well, I deal with everything because everybody, no, everybody ain't right.
Right. Right in their own eyes.
Huh? And you can't just always be a straddler. You got to jump. You got to draw your line sometimes.
Somewhere.
It's here or it's there. They say you're gonna go down, but you can't be a straggler. I was trying to build here and trying to build this. I could be on both So when it went down, well, you might not never know when you still get caught up. See, I know this book. I don't operate like that. That's why he told Moses, when Moses went down, he told Moses, he said, tell him where the Moses come down. He didn't say, well, we all doing wrong, but everybody, you know. No, Moses said, when he came down, he said, pick a side.
That's right. Hallelujah. Pick a side. Pick a side. Choose a team.
He said, pick a side. Come over here. And I ain't mad at you if you stay over there. On this side.
Hallelujah.
I know it's on this side. And that's how I am in life. I ain't mad at you. Friend or not. Nah.
Hallelujah.
Okay. I'm not. Want me here or don't? I don't. Where you going? What you say?
No.
Because I'm going to pick up and I'm going to camp. And wherever I camp, I'm going to be all right.
Hallelujah.
Huh?
That's right.
No, I'm talking now. And we talking now?
Go ahead. Let's talk.
Because that's what it's coming down to. Don't think that's going to save you trying to straddle the fence. Pit both sides again. Don't think that's going to save you. But it's real and it's going to get realer. And I ain't just talking about one thing. I'm talking about everything. Because the more you start reaching in this day and age, the more you reach towards the Almighty. The more you do things, like just what we talking about, diligence. See, that changes even the way you are. Now, people that can't get with that program, that think you to this, think you to that, guess what they gonna do? They gonna fall away from you.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
But if you're trying to get better, then you got to go for what you know.
That's right.
And if they fall off, then they fall. It's not you pushing them away, and it's not you letting them go, but they let go sometimes. It's like a movie I watched. He was trying to hold him up. He said, brother, I can save you. And he was trying to hold his hand. And he took his hand and he started peeling his fingers away so he could let him go. Well, that's his decision. That he wants to fall to his death. Because I hang on to you too much longer and we both dangling, you're going to start bringing me down. Yeah, this getting real.
Yeah, real.
Rubber, as you say, rubber about to meet the road.
Hallelujah.
This is part of what the Almighty said. That's why he said in Psalm 1, we cannot stand in the judgment. It's about to get terribly real. You don't think it did in Egypt?
Sure it did.
Who was faking the funk? And who was for real? It showed. It showed in them latter days. It's telling us about the Egyptians and everything that befell them. But don't think some Israel didn't get caught up. That's why the Almighty said, make sure Moses to tell them they better put these tokens on their door. That's telling you that because it's not going into the story about them that didn't, but it's letting you know. I guarantee it was some who didn't believe.
No, they did.
And just as y'all said, when he came through, if you didn't choose your side, huh? So you gotta choose. They said, no, I have to take off. Didn't have to be here today. Made a choice. Chosen. And did choose Brother Aaron. Brother Aaron didn't choose. I say this with all love. He ain't choose none of y'all.
Right.
Yeah, because this is what y'all delights in and requires. Huh? So y'all don't look at me like I know I'm not y'all motivation every Saturday. And y'all not mine. Because if that's the case, I come up with a good excuse. I got today. Huh? Y'all don't look at me like that. Y'all know. Tell the truth. Even though it ain't nothing but love. I love all of y'all, but y'all know. There's got to be something greater. You have to be led by the Most High. To follow y'all, you have to be led by the Most High. The stimulus can't just be from man. That's why I also say don't trust in man. Because your stimulus is just man. When that man falters, guess what you gonna do? You gonna falter.
That's right.
People talking about we need a good leader. We have a good leader. So that's why I ain't doing nothing now. Because the man gone.
What man?
I wish he was back here so he could slap you.
Man. Hallelujah.
So that's what he would do if he heard you talk. He would slap you. It's the 2 times tomorrow.
That's right.
So that meant you was only doing things because he was around.
That's right.
Brother Aaron ain't changed nothing.
Hallelujah.
I'm doing the same thing I was doing when he was around. I'm doing it right now. Oh, this is a beautiful piece of trumpet.
Hallelujah. Yes, it is. Praise Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Because I hear that excuse out of nowhere. There ain't nobody.
Don't do that Hebrew stuff no more.
Ain't nowhere. Who said it ain't?
Right.
Who said they ain't continuing in the way?
Them that ain't never continued to begin with.
And like I said, bro, like I said, a story years ago said, brother Lee said, brother smoking a special blend. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Then Moray come around the corner and said that you should see him throwing them, trying to put them out all over the place. Let's get rid of them. Because he come around the corner. They don't want him to get busted. Him seeing them. Huh? This is what I'm saying. Even when people say they serving Yah, they not serving Yah. They serving men.
That's right.
They fearing men.
That's right. Listen to what man say. See the sign of the.
That's the question. Like my sister said in the Deuteronomy. And it's all through, permeates all through. You must serve Yah with all your heart, all your soul, all your might. But it says serve Yah. I'm going to tell you what to do with my son. I'm going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do because I'm telling you what to do in the sight of Yah. I ain't telling you what to do to serve him. I'm telling you what to do to continue in the sight of Yah. Well, he ain't serving me. People won't throw their brother's name out. But more, yeah, I'm telling. I'm here. You come see me. More worried about if people serving than following them than following the Most High.
That's right.
And like I said, I'm right here. You know where I'm at.
But they ain't come.
Come see me.
They ain't come. They ain't come. They don't want none of this truth. They got their own truth. Sad day.
Brother, come on.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy new month, new y'all Torah. My question is, Moray, about we just talked about one who showed us this great word of Yah, but about the diligency of people who say they diligent, but again, the rules change after, as we just talked about, people go away. And is that diligence considered selfish, or are they diligent considered trying to understand the words of Yah?
Well, there's just diligence. You can be doing something good, or you can be diligent in doing something bad. That's the problem. With the world, there's too many people diligent in the world to promote bad things, and not enough people diligent in the world promoting good things. The wicked, that's why the wicked. They promoting their agenda. They out promoting their agenda. I'm talking about all the wicked. I ain't talking about no one. I'm talking about wicked. They out all the time promoting. They bombard you with what they believe. These alternative lights. They bombard you with it day and night now. Commercials, TV shows, music. They bombard you with it. They diligent about that. But the people that are trusted to know right, they're not. But that's the spirit. That's the spirit you must have. Because even we said that to the Almighty, said, give him not rest. Call upon him and give his ear not rest. Till. Be diligent. Wear him out. In all my calamities, that's my source. I don't give him no rest. You gonna hear me today, tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, you just gonna keep, it's gonna keep ringing until.
Hallelujah.
We got to be diligent. Like I said, ready to stand in what it ain't easy.
No, sir.
That's why I told y'all you got to be strong.
Yes, sir.
See, the diligence was to meditate day and night. We told you have to be strong. It ain't easy. It ain't gonna be easy. And have the courage not to be deterred, to do your due diligence. Because it's a business. You can be moved. People, you will be. You will. That's the forces. That's also again. They will come and try to deter you because they see you diligent. I'm here to tell you, practice this diligence. Let's practice it. But I'm gonna tell you all of it. It ain't easy. People see you trying to be successful. You got something that's gonna try to deter you, derail you. Why? Because they not trying to do nothing. That's why I say you have to. Almighty have to be with you. Because if you see that and identify that, then you have to, like I said, not just disco, but you got to put some distance there. As I said about David, what kind of men did David have around him? What their characteristics? They all were men like him.
Just like it.
That's why that narrative come out and tell you, this man, he slew a lion-like man. And that's why I started telling you about them men. Because it's starting to let you know he wasn't just some people that he just let in his life. He let these people in his life because when they met, he said, man, I killed a lion and a bear. And they said, you did? Well, I slew a lion-like man. And I killed this. And they said, you did? Oh, you can hang. Sit right here. Then another came, and man, I thrust it. You did? Right here. Then another. Man, you did? Right here. he surrounded himself with people that were like him.
Hallelujah.
You want to be successful, you surround yourself with people that's successful. You want to be successful in the law, you surround yourself with people that's in the law. That's why I got a brother who called me. He said, man, I call you and them because that's what I'm trying to. We say, hey, well, we all trying to get there. No one said it ain't that you abandon them. You don't abandon your people. You don't abandon your homeboys that you hung with. But if you trying to get successful, you got to put some distance. If they trying to be a hindrance to where you been and where you going, because then them just hanging on, it might deter you. This is the truth.
Hallelujah.
Remember Malcolm X? He went back, tried to capture his buddy that he hung with, and all his buddy knew is the same old thing. Hey man, let's go get some water. And what did he tell him?
Brother.
He didn't just abandon him, but he told him, he said, man, that ain't me no more, man.
My life.
He said, that ain't me no more. I'm changed. I don't do that no more. And I'm trying to ask you to change. I'm trying to bring you aboard with me so we can both see benefits. But the decision was important. He couldn't let it go. So when he saw he couldn't let it go, then he had to let him go.
I love white women and ham house.
Like I said, you can grow together or you will grow apart.
That's right. That's right. Hallelujah.
We can grow together or we will grow apart. And that's part of some of all things that have broken relationships, all things. Somebody has stopped growing. And we're not growing together. So evidently, we're going to grow apart. If you stop growing with the Creator, you're going to grow apart. That's why today is so beautiful, because the testimony of how the day was conducted and why it was also conducted, not only is blowing the trumpets as we did every new moon. Let's go to the book of Nehemiah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, we did this last year. I know. And we did the year before last. And we did the year before that. And we're going to do it again next year. We're here. But who got it all right? Nehemiah 8, verse 1.
Hallelujah. Nehemiah chapter 8.
Y'all eating?
Not yet.
Are you not eating? I thought I set the table. I thought you was eating.
I'm eating.
All right, there you go.
We ain't eating yet, though. Get this food right here. Get my appetizer. That's right. Hallelujah. Get my appetizer together. This word.
See, all the things that we want. They said good success. We diligent as individuals, and that's another thing. See, and again, it starts with you. And people are calling for nationhood. Well, I'm calling for nationhood too. But nation is made up of individuals. The word community. Well, it's common. When you break down, it's common. Unity. Them the two words.
Yes, sir.
What do we have in common that unite us? And that starts with people. And that will make a good, viable, prosperous community. As I passed on my job yesterday, them that are Jewish, they were out doing the Feast of Trumpets. Roseline. But those that know Roseline, it's right next to Emily Village in Gulf Manor. And they were walking, as I was driving, they were walking from all over the place. The little guys in their little black hats, with their little black pants on, with their little white zizzies, with no blue, ribbon of blue. But they had the same look. They were in that time, they were in common. It was something that if you drive and you say, man, what is going on? Because you see them coming from all over, like I said, Gulf Manor, walking down the street section from Emily Village. Roseline, they walk from all over to come to this one place. Bags in hand. They can see, bags in hand, bringing things. The children. I said, wow, look at that. And people would take note of that. Because that's the unity that if all is on one accord with Yah, we can have. We can have. And forgive you me, I'm a little cynical. Because I don't know whose unity we seeking today.
That's right.
I like a good time like anybody else. But it's time to seek Yah. And be real and be diligent about when we're doing it. Not just because it's something we do to make us feel good. Yah is righteous.
All the time. Hallelujah.
Like I said, I'm not here to have you follow me. So when I teach, as I teach it, stop and you get mad and want to vote, then vote. But when they chisel my stone, nothing but one or two people can come and say, when that brother taught, he taught the word of Yah.
Hallelujah.
Then that's all I care about. This is not no time to be playing no games. Just to mention it, when we go down, one of the topics is 400 years. And really, more importantly than 400 years, the topic is the end time. Because it's serious.
Yes, it is. Very serious.
It's serious.
Very serious.
This world we live in out here is serious.
Yes, sir.
And if people don't know how serious it is, then they truly are asleep. Because it's serious out here. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's why today is beautiful. And we follow and using this template, Nehemiah 8:1.
Hallelujah. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which Yahweh had commanded Israel.
Just think if all the almighty people could have that one mind.
Hallelujah.
And could flood the streets in oneness with Yahweh leading. Could flood the streets of Cincinnati. Flood the streets of Atlanta. Flood the streets of South Carolina. Flood the streets of Mississippi and Florida and California, Virginia. Huh? But as the sister said, we split to where it ain't nothing to where the little piece hanging off the wood. It's just the law just split all different kind of places. Pieces done flew over here, pieces done flew over there, little pieces done flew over here, pieces done flew over there. New York City. Huh? They split. That's why I ain't never let nobody, like I said, you can't write my narrative. You split up everything. No, I didn't. I ain't that powerful.
Right.
You the cause of everything. No, I'm not. If people still want to put that out, he the sinner. I ain't no the sinner. I ain't never told nobody not to go nowhere, not deal with nobody. I'm gonna speak the truth of this word.
Hallelujah.
And then number two, don't tell me I'm the sinner when you in your city you got about 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 congregations and y'all ain't came together. Don't come down here trying to solve no problem down here.
That's right.
And you won't even try to solve the one that's at your house.
There you go, John. That's your front door.
But we wouldn't have none of, no matter where we at, we wouldn't have none of these problems if we truly were the people of Yah.
Hallelujah.
Because before I go any further in this Nehemiah, what did it say? Which song was that we read? Huh? And my sister say we happy, but we sad at the same time. Huh?
140.
148.
148.
And then the verse in there said, happy are the people who what?
Who has the Elohim of Jacob as their hope.
They happy, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Was it all of them? Huh? Was it all of them?
All of them that had him.
Happy is he. Verse 5. 146. Happy is he that hath the what?
The Elohim of Yaakov for his help.
Whose hope is in who?
Yahweh, his Elohim.
And we all had that as our hope. But I know we all don't have that as our hope.
No, sir, they do.
Scripture, you say some trust in man.
Yes, they do.
Some trust in princes.
Yes.
Some trust in their wealth.
Yes.
But I'm going to trust in Yah,
Hallelujah.
who made heaven and earth. That's what it says. But it says, happy is he. And with it, each person that's happy, you'll get and produce a people that's happy.
Hallelujah.
And that's why it says in Psalm 144 and 15, happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Elohim, Yahweh, truly is.
Hallelujah.
They happy. They are happy people. When Yahweh is leading us. Let's go back to Nehemiah. Nehemiah 8, verse 1 again.
And all the people gathered themselves together as one man in the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe, to bring the book of the law of Moses, which Yahweh had commanded to Israel. And Ezra the priest broke the law before the congregation, both of men and women, and all that could hear with understanding, upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate, from the morning until midday, before the men and the women, and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law. And Ezra the scribe stood upon the pulpit of wood, which they had made for the purpose. And beside him stood Mattithiah and Shema and Ananiah and Uriah and Hilkiah and Manasseh on his right hand, and on his left hand, Pedaiah and Mishael and Malchiah and Hashum and Hashba'anah and Zechariah and Meshullam. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all people, for he was above all the people. And when he opened it, all the people stood up. And Ezra blessed Yahweh, the great Elohim. And all the people answered, Amen, Amen.
And it said, how many people?
All the people.
All the people. This is one of the places where we don't see no prohibition on who should and who shouldn't be there. As long as you was a man, as I said, as long as you was a man, a woman, and you could understand, this was one of them times where we don't see no prohibition mentioned here nowhere, like you do in some places, like you do with Passover, where it says the unclean should not eat thereof. So they refrain themselves from it. That's mentioned there. But here, dealing with this feast, we don't see that. It said if you was a man, if you was a woman, if you was a child, and you could start to understand this law, then where was you at on the first day of the 7th month?
At the water gate, in the streets, in front of the water gate.
So you could hear what you needed to hear, because not only was this a celebratory day, this was a precursor to get you ready to know what to make atonement for in the next days to come. You would not know if you're not here to hear them dispense what the law is and what you might have fell short in doing or not doing, and having it made understood to you, so that when you came back in the next few days, you could come back and you could work on that at that time, because that's what that season is for. So that's why it keeps telling us men, women, and people are understanding. And that's why it keeps saying that we talked about on the Sabbath, keeps reiterating, keeps using, and all the people, and all the people, and all the people. If you were in the vicinity of this, this is where you was at. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Ezra blessed Yahweh, the great Elohim. And all the people answered, Amen, Amen, with lifting up their hands. And they bowed their heads and worshiped Yahweh, their faces to the ground. And Yeshua, and Benai, and Sherebiah, and Yamin, and Akub, and Shabethiah, and Hodijah, and Manasseh, and Kiletah, and Azariah, and Yazabed, and Hannah, and Peliah, and the Levites caused the people to understand the law, and the people stood in their place. So they read in the book of the law of Elohim distinctively, and gave the sense, and caused them to understand the reading. And Nehemiah, which is the Tishadah, and Ezra the priest, the scribe, and the Levites that taught the people, said unto all the people, this day is holy unto your Elohim. Mourn not, nor weep. For all the people wept when they heard the words of the law. Then he said unto them, go your way, eat the fat, and drink the sweet, and send portions unto them for whom nothing is prepared. For this day is holy unto our Yahweh. Neither be ye sorry.
It's not the day for sorrow.
For the joy of Yahweh is your strength.
That's why it was not the day to have anybody's yoke of employment around your neck.
Hallelujah.
Because it was not the day of sorrow.
Hallelujah.
It was not the day to have somebody looking over your shoulder and cracking the whip talking about if you don't get this done, if you ain't back in 15 minutes, if you ain't back in 30 minutes. It was not the day for nobody to have mastery over you. It was a day of joy and finding strength in the Most High Yah.
Hallelujah.
Because your day of sorrow was going to come about 8 days later.
Yes, sir.
The 9th day at evening to the 10th day at evening, your day of sorrow was going to come. That's right. Called the Day of Atonement.
Hallelujah.
But the day was not that day.
That's right. Hallelujah.
The day you're supposed to be grinning like a chessy cat. Happy.
Praise Yah.
Joyous.
Yes, sir.
You're getting ready to fill your bellies up.
Woo,
and not only that, take something to somebody that don't have nothing.
That's right.
This was Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving.
That's right. Go ahead, Mo, right? Go ahead. Hallelujah.
This was Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving for the children of Israel.
That's right.
Real Thanksgiving.
Verse 11, so they stilled all the people, saying, hold your peace, for the day is holy, neither be ye grieved. And all the people went their way to eat. So they did disperse to eat, to drink, to send portions, and to make great mirth. Didn't say great mirth?
Yeah.
So they went and started partying.
Yes, sir.
They went and started cutting up. That's why I said it's holy, and this convocation was convocation, but it was unique, and that unlike on Sabbath, we don't do all as this is detailing. They said they could go their way and make great mirth, because they understood the words that were declared unto them, and they were happy. But like I said, in another few days, you're coming in with a different spirit. We should. With a sorrowful spirit. But not today. Turn them frowns upside down. Smile.
Show them teeth.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Exodus.
Hallelujah.
Let's start with what is foundation. Exodus, the 20th chapter.
Hallelujah. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And Yahweh and Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy Elohim, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other deities before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, your Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy to the thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. You should not take the name of Yahweh Elohim in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless to take his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh your Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, you nor your son, nor your daughter, man servant or maid servant, cattle nor stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and he rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that thy day may be long upon the land which Yahweh the Elohim giveth thee. You should not murder. You should not commit adultery. You should not steal. You should not bear false witness against your neighbor. You should not covet your neighbor's house, nor your neighbor's wife, manservant, maidservant, ox, ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Blessed be Yahweh for his great commandments and his laws, which he has established forever and ever. Blessed be his holy name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Then Yahweh will give another set of instructions. Verse 23. You shall not make with me idols of silver, neither shall you make you images of gold. All altar of earth shall you make, and thou sacrifice thereon your burnt offerings and peace offerings, thy sheep and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee and will bless thee. And if you make me an altar of stone, build it not, do not build it of hewn stone. For if you lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps to my altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Blessed be the name of Yahweh Elohim
Hallelujah.
for his commandments, which stand forever and ever.
Praise Yahweh.
Exodus 21. Now these are the judgments which you shall set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years shall he serve. In the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. But if he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife will go out with him. If his master give him a wife, and she bear him sons and daughters, the wife and her children shall be a master's. He shall go out by himself. But if the servant plainly say, I love my master, my wife, my children, and I will not go free, then his master shall bring him into the judges, and he shall bring him unto the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out like men servants do. If she please not her master who hath betrothed her unto himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her to a strange nation he shall have no power, seeing he dealt deceitfully with her. And if he betroth her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughter. He take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. If he do not these three unto her, then she shall go out free and without money. He that smite a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. And if a man lay not in wait, but Elohim deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place where he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, then shall you take him from my altar that he may die. He that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He that steals a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. He that curseth his father and mother shall surely be put to death. And if men strive together, and one hurt, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keep his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad on his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his maidservant or his maid with a rod, and he die in his hand, he shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit part from her, yet no mischief follow, he shall surely be punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him. and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then shalt thou give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. If a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. If he smite out a man's servant's tooth or a maid servant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, then the ox shall surely be stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. But if the ox want to push with his horns in time past, and it had been told to his owner, and he had not kept him in, but that he had killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and the owner shall be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him, whether he have gored a son or gored a daughter, according to this judgment, it shall be done unto him. If the ox shall push a manservant or maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and the ox or ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another that it die, then shall they sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Or if it be known that the ox had used to push in time past, and his owner have not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead ox shall be his. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Blessed be the commandments of Yahweh, which stand forever and ever, according to his holy word. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Chapter 22.
If a man should steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand, alive, whether it be ox or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catching thorns, so that the stacks of corn, or the standing corn, or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the theft be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand on his neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lost thing, which another challenges to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double to his neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass or an ox or a sheep or any beast to keep, and it die or be hurt or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of Yahweh be between them both, that he have not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall make it good. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness. and he shall not make good that which was torn. And if a man borrow out of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not wicked, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner there be wicked, he shall not make it good. If it be an higher thing, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall surely pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. He that sanctifieth unto any deity, save unto Yahweh only, he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a usury, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the sun going down. For that is his covering only. It is his raiment for his skin. Wherein shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the judges, nor cause the ruler of thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruit and of thy liquors. The firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me, and he shall be holy men, and you shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall you eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field, ye shall cast it to the dogs. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Blessed be Yahweh for his great commandments, which endure forever.
Hallelujah.
By his holy name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Chapter 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline at the many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If you meet thy enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that hated thee lying under his burden, and will forbear to help him, you should surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of the poor in this cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt take no bribe, for a bribe blindeth the wise, and perverts the words of the righteous. Thou also shalt not oppress a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well,
No, those are just, well, let me finish down to verse. We'll keep going. 6 years shalt thou sow thy land, and shall gather in the fruit thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat. What they leave, the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and olive yard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thy ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. And all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect. Make no mention of the name of other deities, neither let it be heard out of your mouth. 3 times shalt thou keep a feast unto me in the year. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread, as I commanded thee in the time appointed in the month of Aviv. For in it camest thou out of Egypt, and none shall come before me empty. Feast of harvest, and the first fruits of thy labor, as thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in the laborers out of the field. 3 times in the year all males shall appear before Yahweh the Elohim. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the first fruits of the land thou shalt bring into the house of Yahweh the Elohim, and you shall not boil a kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I will send an angel before thee to keep you in the way, to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is in him. But if thou indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy to your enemies, an adversary to your adversaries. For my angel shall go before thee, bring thee into the land of the Amorite, Hittite, Perizzite, Canaanite, Hivite, Jebusite, and I will cut them off. You should throw down, and you should not throw down. Thou shalt not bow down to their idols, nor serve them, nor after their works do. But thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And you shall serve Yahweh your Elohim, and he will bless thy bread and your water. And I will take sickness away from the midst of you. There shall none cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before you, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thine enemies turn their back unto you. I will send the hornet before thee, which will drive out the Hivite, Canaanite, and Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out from before you in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before you, till thou be increased and inherit the land. Now I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even to the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. Shall you not do? And after the other land of Canaan, where I bring you, shall you not do? Neither shall you walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments, keep my ordinances, to walk there. None of you shall approach to any that is akin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh. Your father, nakedness of your mother, shall not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife shall you not uncover. It is your nakedness, sister, the daughter of your father or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or born abroad. Even nakedness shalt thou not uncover. Nakedness of your son's daughter, of your daughter's daughter, even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover. For theirs is thine own nakedness of your father, Christ's daughter, begotten of your father. She is your sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. You should not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, your father's near kinswoman. You should not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister. She is your mother's near kinswoman. You should not uncover brother's wife. It is your nakedness. You should not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither should thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. For they are near kin, and it is wickedness.